everyone will be famous for 15 minutes. This famous quote by Andy Warhol encapsulates his vision and the profound impact he had on the art world. Warhol, a leading figure in the pop art movement, transformed everyday objects into iconic works of art, challenging the boundaries between high and low culture. Known for his revolutionary techniques and a unique style that embraced commercialism and celebrity culture, Warhol's influence extended far beyond the art scene, permeating fashion, music, and film. In this video, we'll delve into Andy Warhol's artistic journey, exploring the milestones of his illustrious career and examining his most famous works, such as the Campbell's soup cans and the Maryland diptych. So let's get started. Andy Warhol's artistic journey. Andy Warhol, born in 1928 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, displayed an early talent for drawing and painting. He moved to New York City in 1949 to pursue a career in commercial art, quickly making a name for himself with his distinctive illustrations for magazines and advertisements. Warhol's entry into the fine art scene came in the early 1960s, a period that saw the emergence of the pop art movement. Key milestones in Warhol's career include his first solo exhibition in 1962, where he debuted his famous Campbell's soup cans. This series, depicting 32 varieties of soup, was a bold statement on consumer culture and mass production. Another significant work from this period is the Maryland diptych, a series of silkscreen prints featuring repeated images of Marilyn Monroe. These works not only solidified Warhol's status as a major artist, but also highlighted his fascination with fame and mortality. Throughout the 1960s and 1970s, Warhol continued to push the boundaries of art with projects like his multimedia studio, The Factory, and his experimental films. His influence grew as he became a cultural icon, blending art with celebrity and commercialism in unprecedented ways. Warhol's artistic style and techniques. Warhol's artistic style was characterized by its bold use of color, repetitive imagery, and incorporation of popular culture. He drew inspiration from everyday objects and celebrity figures, transforming them into high art through his unique perspective. Warhol's work often blurred the lines between art and commercialism, challenging traditional notions of what art could be. One of Warhol's most significant contributions to art was his use of silkscreen printing. This technique allowed him to produce multiple copies of an image quickly, emphasizing the concept of mass production. Warhol's silkscreen works, such as the Maryland diptych and his series of portraits featuring famous figures like Elvis Presley and Elizabeth Taylor, utilized bright, contrasting colors and a repetitive format to create a striking visual impact. In addition to silkscreen printing, Warhol experimented with other techniques including hand painting, collage, and photography. His exploration of different media and his innovative approach to art making helped to redefine the possibilities of contemporary art. Warhol's fascination with consumer culture and his ability to elevate mundane objects into iconic symbols cemented his legacy as a pioneer of the pop art movement, influencing countless artists who followed in his footsteps. Warhol's influence on the 1980s art scene. The 1980s art scene was a vibrant and dynamic period characterized by a resurgence of interest in bold, expressive forms and the fusion of high and low culture. Andy Warhol, having established himself as a key figure in the pop art movement, played a central role in this era. He was not only a prolific artist, but also a mentor and collaborator to many emerging artists. Warhol's presence in the art community was influential. His studio, The Factory, became a hub for creative minds and a breeding ground for innovation. He interacted with a new generation of artists, sharing his insights and encouraging experimentation. Warhol's embrace of commercialism and celebrity culture resonated with young artists, inspiring them to explore these themes in their work. His ability to merge art with everyday life continued to shape the artistic landscape of the 1980s, leaving an indelible mark on contemporary art. Keith Haring and Warhol's influence. Keith Haring, a prominent artist of the 1980s, was heavily influenced by Andy Warhol's approach to art. Haring's vibrant, graffiti-inspired works often featured bold lines and pop culture imagery, elements that were central to Warhol's style. Haring admired Warhol's ability to merge art with the everyday, using familiar symbols to convey deeper messages. Warhol's influence is evident in Haring's use of repetitive motifs and his focus on mass communication through art. Haring's iconic radiant baby and other symbols were designed to be instantly recognizable, much like Warhol's Campbell's soup cans or Marilyn Monroe prints. Warhol's emphasis on accessibility and commercial appeal resonated with Haring, who sought to bring art to the public through street art and public murals. Specific works by Haring, such as his Pop Shop series, reflect Warhol's impact. The Pop Shop was Haring's way of making art available to everyone, echoing Warhol's philosophy of democratizing art. Haring's fusion of commercial and fine art, combined with his vibrant, accessible style, showcases the lasting influence of Warhol on his work and the broader art community of the 1980s. Jean-Michel Basquiat and Warhol's impact. Jean-Michel Basquiat, another key figure of the 1980s art scene, found a significant influence and collaborator in Andy Warhol. Basquiat, known for his raw, expressive style and poignant social commentary, saw Warhol as both a mentor and an equal. Their collaboration began in the early 1980s and resulted in a series of artworks that blended their distinct styles. Warhol's influence on Basquiat is evident in the latter's approach to blending high and low culture, as well as in his use of recurring motifs and vibrant colors. Warhol encouraged Basquiat to embrace commercialism and the art of self-promotion, elements that were already prominent in Basquiat's work but became more pronounced through their collaboration. Their joint works, such as Dos Cabezas and Olympics, showcase a fusion of Warhol's polished pop art techniques and Basquiat's raw, graffiti-like expressionism. Warhol's emphasis on celebrity culture and consumerism resonated with Basquiat, who incorporated these themes into his own commentary on race, identity, and power. The partnership not only enhanced Basquiat's visibility in the art world, but also reinforced Warhol's relevance, highlighting his ability to adapt and influence emerging artistic voices. George Condo and Warhol's legacy. George Condo, a contemporary American artist known for his unique approach to figurative painting, has often expressed admiration for Andy Warhol's style and themes. Condo's works, characterized by their blend of classical and modern elements, reflect Warhol's influence in their exploration of popular culture and commercialism. Warhol's use of repetitive imagery and bold, vivid colors can be seen echoed in Condo's paintings, which often feature distorted, cartoon-like figures that critique contemporary society. Warhol's legacy in Condo's work is evident in his playful, yet critical approach to art, blending high and low culture in a manner that challenges traditional artistic boundaries. Condo's admiration for Warhol's ability to merge commercial art with fine art has significantly shaped his own artistic direction, allowing him to carve out a distinctive niche in the art world. Reflecting on Warhol's legacy, it's clear that his influence extends far beyond his own time, continuing to shape contemporary art and culture. Warhol's vision challenged traditional notions of art, making it more accessible and engaging for a wider audience. As we conclude, let us remember Warhol's words, "Art is what you can get away with." This statement encapsulates his revolutionary approach and enduring impact on the art world.